Imagine flying 8,000 miles across the Pacific Ocean. You land in a place that feels strangely familiar. Here, people speak English fluently, watch the NBA, and eat at Jollibee's and McDonald's. This is the Philippines, the most Americanized country in Asia. And that's both a blessing and a curse. Today, we explore how this unique relationship began and why it's more complicated than it looks. Over 300 years ago, the Philippines was ruled by Spain. But in 1898, the U.S. defeated Spain in the Spanish-American War. For $20 million, Spain handed over the Philippines. At first, Filipinos were upset about being traded like property. But then, Americans started arriving. Many Filipinos had never seen a person from the U.S. before. The first things they saw were big ships carrying soldiers, supplies, and new ideas. One of the first leaders was William Howard Taft, who later became U.S. President. He helped draft a constitution and established English as the official language. A new educational system was introduced, including the first public schools. Infrastructure projects changed the landscape. Railways connected towns and cities. Buildings went up, and the first automobiles rumbled through Manila. Filipinos learned to play new sports such as baseball and basketball. They also got American fast food, but Filipinos would put their own spin on it. Instead of salty fries, they got sweet spaghetti with hot dogs and hot sauce. They created a tuna pie with a dessert twist, adding evaporated milk and a pie crust. It became a classic comfort food. In the end, the U.S. spent more than $1 billion in 1900s money, developing the islands. In 1946, the Philippines finally gained independence, but the close relationship continued. Over the decades, the two countries have supported each other in times of need. During World War II, the U.S. helped liberate the Philippines from Japanese occupation. And when Mount Pinatubo erupted in 1991, America was among the first to send aid. Since then, their relationship has grown stronger with many agreements in defense, trade, education, and more. Even today, the Philippines remains America's only treaty ally in Asia. So what does this unique relationship actually look like today? Let's take a closer look. Speaking of relationships, let me ask you a question. Do you find it hard to stay connected to your family and friends back home because you live somewhere else? Have you ever wanted to call someone overseas but hesitated because of expensive calling rates? Well, imagine if there's a way to stay connected without worrying about those hefty phone bills. Okay, let's get back to the topic at hand. Let's start with everyday life in the Philippines. Walk into a grocery store and you will find plenty of American brands from snacks to personal care items. But you'll also see many Filipino products too. The same goes for restaurants. Sure, there are McDonald's and KFC, but there are also countless spots serving delicious Filipino cuisine. There's a saying, you haven't lived until you've eaten Filipino food. And that's pretty accurate. From the sour soup of sinigang to the savory adobo, each dish tells a story and brings people together. Of course, you can also find amazing desserts like Halo Halo. It's a mix of shaved ice, beans, fruits, jellies, and more. Eating out in the Philippines is always an adventure. And let's not forget the love for basketball. It's almost like a religion in the Philippines. Every year, thousands of kids dream of being the next superstar. They practice day and night, hoping to make it to the NBA one day. Manny Pacquiao is another example. He may be small in size, but he's a giant in the boxing world. He won world titles in 8 different weight divisions. And let's not forget Jollibee's, perhaps the most famous bee in the world. Yes, the bee mascot dressed in a blazer and a chef's hat. If you visit the Philippines, you have to go to Jollibee Plaza in Mando City. But don't expect to see the real Jollibee because he only appears in malls on special occasions. Oh, and if you're planning to visit, don't forget to pack comfortable shoes. The streets of the Philippines might not be as smooth as those in the U.S. Remember, this is the country where jeepneys were born. These iconic vehicles are colorful, noisy, packed with passengers and full of character. If you want to get around, take a ride in a jeepney. Now, let's talk about pop culture. Movies from Hollywood dominate the box office in the Philippines. Blockbusters like Marvel movies, Disney films, and the latest thrillers draw huge crowds. But you can also find Filipino movies gaining international recognition. In recent years, the film industry has been reviving. Local stories are being told, and Filipino talents are shining on the global stage. When it comes to music, American hits dominate the radio waves alongside Filipino artists. You'll hear a mix of OPM, which stands for Original Filipino Music. The genres range from catchy pop tunes to soulful ballads and upbeat dance tracks. It's not uncommon to find Filipino artists collaborating with American musicians. But what about social media? Well, Filipinos love to connect with people all over the world. They share their daily lives, funny memes, and heartwarming moments online. The Philippines consistently ranks among the top countries with the most hours spent on social media per week. So if you're planning to visit and strike up a conversation with a friendly Filipino, don't be surprised if they break into English. After all, it's one of the Philippines' official languages. The story behind this goes back to the American era. When the United States came to the Philippines, they needed a way to communicate with the people. English became the language of choice, and it stuck around even after the Americans left. Today, it's one of the main languages used in schools, government, and everyday life. And guess what? It's not just about convenience. Filipinos took English and made it their own. They infused their unique style, making it a part of their identity. In fact, the Philippines is considered one of the top English-speaking countries in the world. Walking down the streets of Metro Manila, you might hear conversations in Tagalog, but you're just as likely to hear English being spoken. And don't forget Filipino, a language based on Tagalog. It's taught in schools and is widely understood throughout the country. So when you visit, don't be shy to use English or Filipino. Most people will understand you. And who knows, you might even pick up some Tagalog phrases along the way. Next, let's talk about the economy. The Philippines has a lot to offer. From talented workers to a strategic location in Asia, it has the potential to grow and thrive. But there are some challenges too. Being so close to the U.S. has affected the way the Philippine economy works. For example, when the U.S. experiences economic issues like recessions, it affects the Philippines because many Filipinos work in industries linked to the U.S. economy, such as semiconductors. Also, a strong U.S. dollar makes it hard for local currencies in the Philippines to stay strong. Because of this effect, many skilled Filipinos decide to work overseas instead. This means the Philippines loses valuable talent. Some Filipinos might return eventually, but often they don't. So what can the Philippines do to boost its economy? One idea is to focus on industries that don't rely on the U.S. dollar. This could involve promoting tourism, growing the business process outsourcing sector, and encouraging foreign investments in non-U.S. related fields. By reducing dependence on the U.S. economy, the Philippines can become more stable and resilient. Let's move on to something a little different: the environment. The Philippines is blessed with amazing natural beauty. It has stunning beaches, lush green mountains, and diverse wildlife. But here's the problem. The close relationship with the U.S. has influenced consumer habits and choices. This has led to challenges like excessive waste, pollution, and a decline in biodiversity. To tackle this, the Philippines needs to promote sustainable practices. Encouraging recycling, reducing plastic waste, and protecting ecosystems are crucial steps. Educating people about environmental issues and inspiring them to take action can make a huge difference. The good news is that many Filipinos are already taking the initiative. There are groups cleaning beaches, individuals making eco-friendly products, and communities conserving water. By embracing these efforts and learning from each other, the Philippines can protect its natural wonders for future generations. Finally, let's discuss the biggest challenge of all: identity. Over the past century, The Philippines has undergone significant changes due to its close ties with the U.S. It's raised questions about identity and belonging. The dominance of American culture, values, and even language has impacted how Filipinos view themselves. This has sparked discussions about preserving Filipino culture and finding a balance between American influences and local traditions. So, what's the answer here? Perhaps it lies in embracing the diversity of cultures, appreciating the contributions of both the U.S. and the Philippines, and fostering mutual respect. After all, the Philippines isn't just a replica of the U.S. It's a unique blend of American and Filipino elements. It's a vibrant tapestry woven over time. All right, it's time to wrap things up. What do you think? Does the Philippines benefit from being so Americanized, or should it try to be less dependent on the U.S.? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, show your support by hitting the like button and sharing it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.